So how do we do it?
Mic check. Yep.
Sir, say something.
Hello, good evening.
Is it capturing? Check.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime News on Mitv. I am Victor Daniels. In the news, President Bola Tinubu has nominated Senator Magnus Abe and Deputy Biowe Adeniji as the chairman of the boards of the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, respectively. Their nomination were contained in two separate letters sent to the Senate by the presidency for their confirmation. The letters also contain the names of the 21 others whose appointments are to be confirmed. And for the NUPRC board, the president is seeking confirmation of appointments of Paul Yaro Jethi and Sunday Adebayo Babalola as non-executive commissioners. In his second letter, the president nominated Chief Kenneth Kobani and Mrs. Sabi Ahmed as non-executive members on the NMDPRA board. And others nominated for the NMDPRA board are Abiodun Adeniji, Executive Director of Finance, Francis Ogare, Executive Director of Hydrocarbon, Oluwale Adama, Executive Director of Midstream and Downstream Gas Infrastructure, and Dr. Mustafa Lamode, Executive Director of Corporate Services and Administration. The Defense Headquarters of the Nigerian Armed Forces says that they recorded a major operational gains nationwide in 2025, arresting 4,375 suspects linked to terrorism, banditry, and other crimes, rescuing 2,336 kidnapped victims, and forcing 1,616 terrorists and their family members to surrender. Speaking in Abuja, the Director of Defense Media Operation, Major General Michael Onaja, said the military also neutralized the several high-profile terrorists, commanders and notorious bandit leaders, significantly weakening the operational capacity of criminal groups across the country. Onaja explained that military operations combine kinetic and non-kinetic strategies driven by intelligence-led action and strong interagency collaboration to safeguard Nigerian sovereignty and protect lives and property. And among those eliminated in 2025 were prominent terrorist and bandit leaders including Aminu Kanawa Dan Bokolo, Bena Buba Abdul Dan Shehu Jabi, Amir Abd Fatai, and Wacheze, among others. It was also noted that the Northwest operation led the arrest of 669 suspects and the rescue of 966 kidnapped victims, while counter-terrorism efforts were targeted at Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the Lakurau group. A major highlight was precision airstrikes in the ISIS enclaves in Sokoto State of Borno Forest, carried out in partnership with the United States, which neutralized the multiple foreign and local fighters. The DHQ assured Nigerians that intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance assets remain actively deployed nationwide and reaffirmed the armed forces' commitment to deny the criminal groups freedom of action in 2026 while prioritizing troop welfare and honoring the fallen heroes.
In furtherance of the counter-banditry efforts in the Northwest, a reinvigorated partnership between the federal government of Nigeria and the United States precision strike operations were successfully executed against 2 Islamic State terrorist enclaves in the Baoni Forest axis of Tangaza local government area, Sokoto State. Intelligence reports had confirmed these sites as key assembly and staging points for foreign ISIS operatives infiltrating from the Sahel region, working alongside local affiliates to orchestrate large-scale attacks within Nigeria. DHQ, or the Defense Headquarters, reaffirms its steadfast commitment to combating and eradicating terrorist threats, especially from transnational networks aiming to compromise national sovereignty and security. This emphasizes the armed forces of Nigeria's alignment with strategic partners and allies to promote border security, regional stability, and lasting peace. Nigerians are assured of the armed forces' firm grip on the national security framework with a pledge to safeguard lives and property, while citizens are encouraged to stay calm, vigilant, and supportive as decisive measures persist against all terrorist entities. Overall, with the deployment of additional manpower and equipment in the Northwest, troops have gained momentum over terrorist flashpoints, compelling them to either relocate to other parts of the country or surrender to troops out of fear of facing a superior fighting force.
The Technical Planning Committee on Operationalization of the Ogoni Specialist Hospital has submitted its report to the hydrocarbon pollution report to the higher-up, with the facility now 78.2% completed. Receiving the report in Abuja, High-Prep Project Coordinator Professor Nenibarini Zabe commended the 14-member committee led by Professor Christy Mato for its comprehensive recommendations aimed at ensuring the sustainable operation of the 100-bed specialist hospital. The report outlines key proposals covering the hospital's legal framework, governance structure, operational model, scope of service, human resources, a funding strategy, power supply, waste management, environmental protection, and monitoring evaluation. Presenting the report, Professor Mato said the goal is to guarantee a sustainable operations of the hospital while expanding access to quality healthcare for the Ogoni people. She noted that the establishment of the Ogoni Specialist Hospital represents a critical step towards addressing the long-standing environmental pollution and its health impact, while filling the major gaps in specialist healthcare services in the region. Professor Zabia described the hospital as a vital component of High-Prep's border public health interventions in Ogoni land, adding that it will operate as a referral hub, reduce reliance on distant urban tertiary hospitals, and significantly improved health outcomes. Zabi urged Ogoni communities to support and protect the hospital infrastructure to ensure its successful delivery and long-term benefits.
The Ogoni Specialist Hospital represents a strategic effort by Hybrid to address the long-standing health services gap in line with UNEP's recommendations for Ogoni land. The importance of the specialist hospital to the public health needs of the Ogoni people and the wider public cannot be overstated. When completed, it will operate as a referral hub, providing quality specialized care while reducing the burden of accessing distant urban tertiary medical services. We are confident that the Ogoni Specialist Hospital is significant.
Consequences of this oil pollution in Ogoni land include limited income for the people of Ogoni, limited livelihood options, farmers and fishermen with this pollution are unable to access their means of livelihood. There's food insecurity for a people that are known to be very good farmers. The largest yams around usually come from Ogoniland, but that is no longer so. So there's food insecurity and there's very poor access to healthcare. This situation has increased calls for improved healthcare services to support the fragile existing health infrastructure and services in Ogoniland. The need for proactive measures to improve the poor health conditions in Ogoniland and address the severe environmental damage caused by oil pollution, along with the limited investment in essential health services and infrastructure, is very urgent and timely.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has urged the public and media to disregard the purported timetable for the 2027 general election circulating online. An INEC chairman's chief press secretary, Adedayo Oketola, in a statement in Abuja, described the circulating timetable and schedule of activities as fake. Oketola said the commission was yet to release any timetable, stressing that the documents circulating in some quarters did not emanate from INEC. An INEC spokesman noted that the Commission has not released any timetable or schedule of activities for the 2027 general election. He said the Commission operates strictly within the provisions of the law governing electoral process in Nigeria. Oketola cited Section 28, subsection 1 of the Electoral Act 2022, which mandates INEC to publish a notice of election not later than 360 days before polling days. He said that any timetable or schedule issued outside this statutory framework cannot emanate from INEC. He assured Nigerians that the official timetable for the 2027 general election would be released in due course. Oketola said the timetable would fully comply with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended and the Electoral Act 2022. He added that when released, the timetable would be communicated through INEC's established and verified channels. The National Publicity Secretary of the New Nigerian People's Party, Ladipo Johnson, has assured that the party will withstand its internal crisis in Kano State despite dissolving all party structures and speculations over a possible defection by its only sitting governor, Abba Yusuf. The NNPP national leader and former Kano State Governor, Rabiu Kwankwaso, and Governor Yusuf have been embroiled in a political crisis. And this comes amid reports of the governor alleged a move to defect to the ruling All Progressive Congress, a move strongly opposed by Kwankwaso. And with me here in the studio tonight is the spokesperson of the New Nigerian People's Party, Mr. Ladipo Johnson, to speak on how the party plans to resolve its internal crisis. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very fine. I hope it wasn't that stressful making it down to our studio.
No, I think people haven't really returned back to work yet. It's the new year and the roads are still slightly free.
Oh yeah, and Happy New Year to you as well.
Thank you.
All right, so quick one, what are the main issues causing this current crisis within the NNPP?
Well, unfortunately, the governor hasn't said anything, but one of his aides actually announced that both Senator Kwankwaso and the governor would be, that the people of Kano want them to move to the APC. Now this isn't, Senator Kwankwaso anyway on his part said it wasn't the case, and wondered why they were trying to bully him, as it were, into moving to the APC. So this has gone on for a while, and then there was a stage that some people from the ward of the state chairman in Kano tried to purportedly suspended or expelled him, and the National Working Committee, we had to get involved to say no. That action is illegal. It's against our constitution, and as such, the chairman remains. But when other things started to happen, then the National Working Committee felt it was best to dissolve the structures in Kano for the time being and let the dust settle. If the main issue, of course, being that purportedly the governor wants to move to the APC, and then Senator Kwankwaso and majority of the party do not want to make that move, at least not at the present moment, if at all. You understand? So that's where the little disagreement comes from. And of course, being the season where most parties are preparing for conventions, congresses, conventions, and trying to align before the elections. It's come, you know.
So tell me, how has this issue of the party actually, the party ownership and control, you know, actually added to this problem itself?
No, you see, well, in theory, no, the party is not owned by anyone. We all subscribe to join a party. The party, we, the people, if you look at the constitution of the party. So that is that. But of course you have caucuses, you have groups, interest groups within any given political party. And majority in the party here, for instance, this is our old logo being used here. We have a red and white one now. Now, the party, majority of the party happen to come from the TNM and the Kwankwasia movement. The majority at the moment, anyway. And definitely, if the governor does move, he will go with some people, but I dare say majority will remain in the party at the moment.
So in that case now, what are the major grievances of both sides?
No, I don't think they're, well, are there grievances? The only thing being, of course, that those who are remaining feel that they have been betrayed or stabbed in the back by those who want to go to the APC. Even if you want to move, they expect that we would come together, talk about it as a group, as a family, and decide what we want to do towards 2027. But I believe that they probably felt that Senator Kwankwaso didn't want to move, that he had been approached several times. And he has his reasons, of course. And but I'm sure with time, we've been together for very, very long. The governor was Senator Kwankwaso's personal assistant. 1999, way back then, you understand. So we've all been very close and what have you. So
so given out that the 2027 election is fast approaching right now, so how do you think the INEC is actually responding to this particular dispute?
No, this dispute is not even before INEC. It isn't, because no, unless the only thing that will bring it before INEC is that the dissolution by the Kano State Executive by the National Working Committee would have been communicated to INEC. And then when we're putting caretaker committees in place, we would communicate the names of the caretakers to the people. I think the Constitution says they act for about 6 months or so before we can hold, before we hold congresses again into these positions.
All right, so I'm actually tempted to ask, so speaking of the political space, how can the party actually, do you think, how the party can reposition itself, you know, as a credible alternative?
Well, we're in the process at the moment. We, as you well know, we joined the NNPP in 2022, and within a year in 2023, we had 1 elections in Kano.
Kano, yeah.
And I think 1 or 2 in some other states. But Kano is a stronghold. Now we are ensuring at the national level that we are talking to and discussing possibilities with different groups, different parties, and I believe that by the end of January, in a few weeks' time,
by the grace of God,
by God's special grace, Nigerians will know what NMPP on our part will be doing towards the 2027
because
elections.
you've actually answered the last question I was about to ask you.
Okay, sorry.
Like, you know, given the fact that this is going on, like, the party needs to give Nigerians assurance that such would not happen again. So what kind of what assurance do you think?
Such what disagreement?
Yeah,
it's not possible in politics, especially in Nigeria.
It's bound to happen.
It's bound to happen. Even with all the people going into the APC, it's going to implode. It's going to implode.
Definitely.
You understand? That's the problem. When you have too many people in a party or what have you, it won't work out.
Yeah.
You understand? There's always a cycle.
Going over and over.
That's the thing.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Latipo Johnson, the publicity secretary of the New Nigerian People's Democratic Party.
Are you giving us a new name? Democratic.
New Nigerian
People's Party. Yes.
All right, thank you
very
so much, sir. Thanks for coming, and
Thank you.
We really appreciate your time, sir.
A happy New Year to you.
All right, and happy New Year to you, sir. All right, we now take a short break. When we come back, we'll give you some more report.
Cabin for landing.
I hope there shall be no drama.
Stop doing that! I was so excited to have you here.
I would tell you, you're gonna get whooped again. Oh, he's coming.
You go.
Ria, are you ready?
Welcome back. The Lagos State government has stated that it will demolish shanties on its waterfront in the Makoko community that is less than 100 meters away from under the power line. The government, who spoke through the Permanent Secretary Office of Urban Development, Bolahoke, while reading the Riot Act to the traditional leaders from the Makoko who visited his office on Monday to plead with the state government to spare them of the demolition and allow 30 meters from the power line, stated that the 100 meters is the maximum the government could allow. He noted that the federal government law mandates a 250 meters distance from the power line, but due to the magnanimity of the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, who does not want the people to be displaced, the state will allow a 100-meter distance for the community. Okay, said Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has directed the community to paint the roof of their wooden houses in the same color within 2 months, so as to beautify the aesthetic view of the waterfront, especially from the third mainland bridge.
The NEPA voice you are hearing from that thing is enough to scare you away from that place. So please, I beg of you all, the government is begging you. Mr. Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu is begging you to move away from that high tension, so that the thing will not extend to where you don't like. It's very important. And it's not on that place alone. They are taking it to Bariga. They're clearing everything on the waterfront. Please, there is no going back. We are going to clear. If you behave, I will stop at 50. If you behave, I will stop at 50. If you don't behave, I will take 270 or 250. and that means the whole of that place will be cleared. He engages with you, discuss with you, move way forward with you, stakeholder engagement and everything. And you are putting your people to the front to disturb the work of the government. The government is not even fighting, it's even begging you. God bless your holy name. Let the law of diminishing return comes in. We have begged you. The government has begged.
Because the rumor was they want to demolish all the community. But what we hear this morning is different from the rumor that they are going to collect. We should go and do 50 meters off the power line. And that's we are going to work on it. When we say a community, it's a community that contains almost 14 ballots. You know, we have different kind of mentality. You know, and to accommodate or to lead, now is somehow. But we are going to try our best. We talk to them because we serve. The tension on us here is not easy. But by God's grace, we want to use the voice of Lagos state government to go and talk to them, and we already get the voice, and we promise we'll try our best.
The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Oluwaseyi Makinde, on early Monday announced a cabinet reshuffle in which he relieved the secretary to the state government, Professor Olanike Kudirat Adeyemo, of her appointment with immediate effect. And according to a statement by his special advisor, Sulaiman Olarawaju, Governor Makinde took the action as announced on Monday, January the 5th. Professor Musibao Adetunji Babatunde has been appointed as the new secretary to the state government. The statement further said that Barrister Temilolu Sheun Ashamu has been moved from the Ministry of Environment and Natural Resources to the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning. And also Governor Makinde has announced his Senior Special Assistant on Public Works, Ademola Aderito, as a commissioner designate. He will consequently be presented to the Oyo State House of Assembly for screening. The statement also announced the appointment of Honorable Abiodun Adedoja as Special Advisor on Energy Security and Kolawole Elijah Akamu as Senior Special Assistant on Budget and Economic Planning. Ambassador Olufemi Ajadi Oguntoyibo has urged Nigerians not to lose hope and saying that 2026 will be a better year. He cited rain on New Year's Eve and January 1st as a sign of God's intervention in Nigerians' challenges. Speaking in Ibadan, Ajadi encourages wealthy Nigerians to give back to society, if not in government, as these will bring reductions in unemployment ratio of the country. Ajadi said not until one gets into government before he can be given to the society, saying the little we have we can use as part of it to put smiles on faces of the less privileged Nigerians.
That's all what they have been facing in the country, in Nigeria as a whole. This is a year that the Lord has made for every one of us. If you observe today's day, you will realize that there was a raining. That shows the symbols of God's perfection and intervention in this new year. And I want to assure every Nigerian to be hopeful that this year will be our year.
The All Progressive Congress APC has warned that development at the local government level may be disrupted if the state government continues to procure court injunctions against the local government administrations in the state. The warning comes as local government workers resumed a duty after an 11-month strike. Mitv correspondent Jamiu Omoni completes the story.
Following the February 10, 2025 Court of Appeal judgment, which reinstated local government chairmen elected on the platform of the APC, Resistance from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, reportedly led to violence, including the killing of chairman of Iriwoli local government, Honorable Remi Abbas. In the aftermath, local government workers under the aegis of the Nigerian Union of Local Government Employees, NOGE, commenced an industrial action, citing security concerns. 11 months later, the workers have resumed duty across the various local government areas where they were received by the elected officials.
Can all see there's no rancor, no problem. We have a free atmosphere to operate.
The chairman expressed happiness over the workers' return and urged them to remain focused and committed to their responsibilities.
I want us to start working. We want to work assiduously. We want people to know that local government is the third arm of government in Nigeria. And by the grace of God, we are going to move our state forward.
Meanwhile, 3 persons suspected of casting away property of 2 local government secretariats were said to be arrested by security operatives. At a press conference, the State Working Committee of the APC lamented that the state government has coordinated more than 10 lawsuits in different courts across several states between February and December 2025.
The Osun State government has caused institutions for over 10 frivolous lawsuits across the different courts and in different states from 18th February 2025 to December 2025, all in the cantankerous demonstrations of its refusal to obey, respect, and be bound by extant court judgment and the rule of law. This conduct can best be described as being disdainful of democratic principles and desperately daring against the sanctity of the Supreme Court judgment of 5th December 2025.
The party frowned at what it described as a purported attempt by the state government to approach another magistrate court over the local government issue, which it insisted had already been settled by the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. The APC also maintained that the reinstated local government executives are not seeking tenure elongation, but are asking the courts to review the continuation of their tenure, which they claim was interrupted by the governor in 2022.
But we are seeking for justice, that the interruption by the state government was never approved from ruling or judgment of any court. So it is not that we are elongating our tenure. The tenure started 10th day of February 2025.
The chairman of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, Algon, in the state, appealed to the state government to shelve any further attempt to obtain fresh court injunction in order to ensure the smooth running of local government administration and promote grassroots development.
I want to appeal to state government to stop all this going to court, procurement of court judges, injunctions, because it's going to continue to be a cog in the wheel of development at the local government in Osun State.
Osun State has 30 local government areas and 1 area council in Modakeke. Jamiu Omaniyi, Mitv News, Osogbo, Osun State.
And that's it on the local news. We'll now take a short break. We'll come back or take some stories from the foreign scene. Welcome back in the foreign scene. The supposed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro arrived at the New York court on Monday, just after days being seized in Caracas in a shock U.S. military operation that paved the path for Washington's plans to control the oil-rich country. On Monday morning, Maduro was escorted by heavily armed law enforcement officers to a courthouse in New York, having been transported by helicopter and armored car. The supposed Venezuelan president pleaded not guilty to charges of narco-terrorism in New York court 2 days after being snatched by the U.S. forces in a stunning raid on his home in Caracas. Maduro, age 63, told a federal judge in Manhattan that he had been kidnapped from Venezuela and said that "I am innocent, I'm not guilty," the U.S. media reported. He said that he still remains the president of his country. Maduro's wife, Celia Flores, likewise pleaded not guilty. The U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened the military action against Colombia's government, telling reporters that such an operation prompting an angry response from Bogota. The comments came after the United States captured Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro in a raid early on Saturday and whisked him to New York to face the drug trafficking charges. The American president told reporters aboard Air Force One in an apparent reference to Colombia's President Gustavo Petro that Colombia is very sick too, run by a sick man who likes making cocaine and selling it to the United States, but he's not going to be doing it very long. Meanwhile, the Colombian had rejected Trump's comments as an unacceptable threat against an elected leader. The UK authorities will then follow from on Monday deploy a new counter-terrorist-type powers to seize the phones of migrants who arrive by small boats from northern France to tackle criminal gangs behind the crossings. The initiative is part of Labour Prime Minister Keir Starmer's attempts to slash the number of migrants' arrival and stem a surge in support for Brexit's figurehead Nigel Farage's anti-immigration party reform in UK. Over 41,000 people made a perilous sea journey across the Channel last year, the second highest tally since the record began in 2018. Police and immigration enforcement officers will confiscate phones and SIM cards from migrants at the Manston Processing Centre near the Ramsgate on the southeast coast of England. And Malaysia's Anwar Ibrahim said on Monday that he would introduce a legislation this year to limit the Prime Minister's term to a maximum 10 years, fulfilling one of his campaign promises. Speaking to the ministers and civil servants after the cabinet meeting, Anwar cautioned against the clinging to power and reminded them that everyone has a term limit, without exception. Anwar said in a special New Year's announcement that the government would table a bill to limit the term of the Prime Minister and not exceeding 10 years or 2 full terms. He added that after serving the term, it is better for incumbent to hand it over to the next generation. And we now take a short break. Where we'll come back, we'll give you some stories in sport. Welcome back in the sports news. Tunisia have dismissed the head coach Sami Trabelsi following the Carthage Eagles' premature exit from the 2025 Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations, drawing the curtain on turbulent campaign that ended in disappointment and public frustration. The Tunisian Football Federation confirmed the decision in less than 24 hours after Tunisia were eliminated by Mali in the round of 16. The tightly contested encounter ended in a 1-1, and after extra time before Mali edged the North Africans in the dramatic penalty shootout. And in a brief statement, the Federation said the decision was taken by mutual agreement with Trabelsi and his technical staff, citing the team's failure to progress further in the tournament. The CAF website quoted at FTF as saying that the executive committee has decided to terminate a contractual relationship by mutual consent with the entire technical staff of the national team. The move follows the growing anger among fans and the pundits who had expected Tunisia to mount a serious challenge in Morocco. And in a related development, Manchester United have sacked Ruben Amorim as the manager of Premier League side. Football transfer expert Fabrizio Romano announced this on Monday. Romano wrote on X, Ruben Amorim has just been sacked by Manchester United and the decision was made this morning. There has been a growing tension between Amorim and the hierarchy at United including the director of football, Jason Wilcox. While there was a disagreement over the January transfer window strategy, there was a wider disagreement about the team's tactical approach going forward. Amorim has been bullish about moving away from his preferred 3-4-3 system this season, which is understood to be at the root of an increasingly strained relationship with his bosses. And in the world of tennis, Novak Djokovic has announced that he has stepped away completely from the Professional Tennis Players Association, the breakaway union that he co-founded, citing concerns over transparency, governance, and representation. The 24-time Grand Slam champion announced in a post on X bringing an end to his formal association with the organization that he launched in 2021 alongside the Canadian player Vasek Popsisil. Djokovic noted that after careful consideration that he had decided to step away completely from the Professional Tennis Players Association. He stated that the decision comes after the ongoing concerns regarding the transparency, governance, and the way that his voice and image have been represented. Djokovic said he remained proud of the original vision behind the PTPA, which aimed to give professional players a stronger and more independent voice, but acknowledged that his values no longer aligned with the organization's current decisions. And that's where we draw the curtain in tonight's news. I remain Victor Daniels. Good night.
We're kicking your year off in all her glory with more because we've got you. You know that I got it. I get it. We got kicks. We got scores. We got action. We got roars.
It's my specialty.
We got drama. We got fun. Crazy. We got more for everyone.
Bingo.
Come get it. Come get with us and stick with us too. And boom, there's an upgrade on us just for you.
We got you.
More channels, more shows, more reasons to stay.
Perfect.
For the fam, for the crew, more for you every day. Yes, we've got more of everything you need to start your year with extra joy. you. DSTV, we've got you all the way.
You know that I got it.
It is that time of the year again!
This Christmas, StarTimes is bringing Joy Unlimited to your home with a double upgrade promo.
Yes, you heard it!
Okay, here's the deal. Simply recharge 1 month on Nova, Basic and Classic and enjoy double upgrade for 1 month, while Super or Global subscribers enjoy 5 extra days for free. Or recharge for 2 months on Nova, Basic, Classic and enjoy double upgrade for 2 months, plus 10 extra days, while Super or Global subscribers enjoy 20 extra days for free.
Good deal, right? Sure it is! We have got something for everyone this festive season. From blockbuster movies, live sports, best kiddies content, premium Bollywood, and novella series, and of course, exclusive shows like the Hello Mr. Right.
To enjoy this offer, recharge between November 15th to January 15th at any StarTimes office or dealer outlets. The more the recharge, the more the magic. Terms and conditions apply. StarTimes. Enjoy digital life.
Amanda, what's going on here? Why do you have your things scattered all over the place? Your slippers on my bed? How much would I give you for a night?
Are you mad?
Esther, you know they even they lock your door. Okay!
You are a thief.
Mother weapon!
Now that Victoria friend will get big front and back. So I started look, they go. I just
The remaining 2 minutes are for you.
Because I'm showing you money. Calm down. You should have thought about that before going to buy a phone that you cannot afford.
I will bite you if I'm not giving me my money, be likeness. But
this is okay. I like the way he's saying Vicky. I even like the way you do Vicky. I did it again. Vicky.
Face to face is another way of life for this country. See the shame.
Life is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. Seed of shame. When a housewife begins to fail in her matrimonial responsibilities, the unexpected sets in. Emotional, comical, romantic, informative, educative, and entertaining. Seed of Shade, directed by Segun Akonde. Seed of Shade, now on your TV screen.
I want you to pretend and accept that you are the one that impregnated the house girl. Ah!
There's a job for someone to do. Everyone expected someone to do the job, but no one did the job. Everyone blames someone for not doing the job. Meanwhile, anyone could have done the job. How does that concern you, you would ask? It has become imperative for everyone to participate in the political journey of our nation, Nigeria, to avoid the blame game. Let's Talk Politics is a talk show for political news, interviews, in-depth features, and satire, where you see things differently, know better, and also contribute to the discourse of today. We ask questions that go beyond just talking points. We press the aspirants of details of what they plan to do differently and how. Let's Talk Politics for your new Nigeria to evolve.
House 22.
Most of those that were shot, they are actually landladies. Landlady!
The mortuary I won't go. A mortuary is a place where dead bodies are kept.
911. Mommy, it's not 911. 911 is for emergency. It's for emergency. This one said 9 ma.
Because by the time I wax my single, my double, my triple, and my fourple, everybody will buy.
And your family alone go buy.
Keke Mapep.
Yes.
Keke Marua. Okada. Agbegi Lodo.
Come on, put your hands together for him.
Thank you.
My God. Hey, please clap for him. Appreciate it.
Ológbò ya àgbàjàre. Meow. The English of Ológbò ya àgbà. Na meow.
You want this boy to vandalize you? Mommy, no, nothing. We just you daughter of Parliament. Say no, daughter be no. He's a boy, son.
House 22.
You called my husband Mr. Ajayi.
Yes.
No more tears, Auntie Fiona.
What matters is that you have to sign here. So I can become your manager and be entitled to 50% of all your earnings.
50?
What did you do?
What did you do? Hey, look, the gang leader warned me not to involve the police.
Enough is enough!
Enough is enough!
catch up. Eyes on God, I get money for now. Drop my feet and walk on the storm. Steady my aim, I don't miss a shot. You brought me this far with glory. Baby, long we look at you, come on. While I'm Bennywa, they slept on me for too long. Oh, Bennywa, hello, Bennywa. See, there's only one way I know where they make me back. Blessed beyond curses, end of story. I'm the one that got it from glory to glory. No Godfather, but my God came for me. All these mountains, they go by me for me. Kilimanjaro. The vision is clear. Starboy tomorrow. Me, I could do my thing like all that champagne. I put this as a go in that way. Don't cover me, don't cover me. But the one in Lamba, look at Mosu. Now we must to help. Emily Gongon, he don't know what glory do. For the hearts are torn, big man. That will be real queen cinema, cinema. All the one, no lady. For Larry, my shit. Every man got something just okay. Feeling the vibes, sorrows, okay. Feel like real, okay, okay. Now holy ghost, make that let go. Now some they go. Oruyaba. I know they make them look like Kilimanjaro. The vision is clear, we start by tomorrow. Me, I could do my thing with a like all that champagne. I put this as a go in that way. Don't cover me, don't cover me. It ain't low far, it ain't baby give it. Lord Eyes, Obalola, Deji, I go by the name, Sinex, G-Man, in case you don't know, they call me Next. Give me that slow wine, baby, yo. Let them know time, baby, yo. Let me feel your vibe, baby, yo. I can lose my mind for you. Give me that slow wine, baby, yo. Oh, yeah, take your time, baby, yo. Let me feel your vibe, baby, yo. I can lose my mind for you. Fly on me, say like you, oh. Now you matter for my life, baby. My lover, sweetie, my lover, oh. Say now you, oh. Let them know. Now you matter for my life, oh, Monday. Only what who side of me, just see me. I only what who side of me.
It's still a good music world.
They call me Next.
Àtìtàn tí o bá gbẹ̀gbìn ò lè kún o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi má sọ pé ìwọ ò gbà wọ́n sí o. Ẹni máa gòkè nílé ayé arọ́rọ̀ sọ. Àtìtàn tí o bá gbẹ̀gbìn ò lè kún o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi má sọ pé ìwọ ò gbà wọ́n sí o. Ẹni máa gòkè nílé ayé arọ́rọ̀ sọ. Àtìtàn tí o bá gbẹ̀gbìn ò lè kún o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi má sọ pé ìwọ ò gbà wọ́n sí o. Ẹni máa gòkè nílé ayé arọ́rọ̀ sọ. Àtìtàn tí o bá gbẹ̀gbìn ò lè kún o. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi má sọ pé ìwọ ò gbà wọ́n sí o. Ẹni máa gòkè nílé ayé arọ́rọ̀ sọ. Gbogbo lówó tí ẹ wò yẹn máa ló ní. Ohun tó fojú rí kó tó dẹ̀ ní àpọ́nlé. Yàtọ̀ sí pé èèyàn ń gbọ̀nà èbúrú. Ẹni gbọ̀nà èbúrú kó tó kọ̀rọ̀ jọ ìṣòro. Àgbélé kàṣe ẹni tí ò ṣe jura ẹ lọ. Kó tó rẹ̀ ní bánà orí ọlọ́lá àti